stolen by James. Miller ahead. Here it goes. Down.
Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. And now, presented by State Farm, we take a look at the matchups for a tip-off coming up moments from now. First for the 76ers. Holiday out there with Richardson. And inside a towering 7-footer, maybe the most imposing big man in the game. All-star center, Andrew Bynum. Then it's Evan Turner, and it's Young in at the 4 slot. And for the Warriors, Steph Curry and Thompson manning the backcourt. And at the pivot, a terrific defender and all-around player, the Australian sensation, 7-footer Andrew Bogut. Then there's Harrison Barnes, and it's Lee in a power forward.
You know, most great teams are really built around 1 or 2 stars and then some role players surrounding that core. But the Sixers are different. They don't have a superstar. So they've played the last few years with a group of young guys who are athletic, who play together, who defend, and they try to get out and run. So for the most part, it's been pretty successful. But again, so tough to win in this league at a high level without a star.
It's the Warriors to start out. Back to Curry. He passes to Bogut. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Bogut's got the opening basket of the game for the Warriors. And there are a group of teams that have found success, Steve, like that. You know, you can point at teams like, say, Memphis and the Indiana Pacers, Clark. You know them. And certainly, Clark, the 76ers along that same vein.
You know, Kevin, as Steve said, it's hard to win without a star, and you wonder if Philly will eventually shake things up to bring somebody in of that level. But I'm not quite sold on the fact that you can't do it at a high level with really good, cohesive players. And much like the Sixers, Grizzlies, Pacers, those teams have good young players, and I think they can be championship contenders if they keep developing.
Now here's Curry. The second effort. And again, Andrew Bogut. Bogut's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, he's an effort guy, Kevin. So often his points come from second or third chance opportunities by hitting the glass and really staying relentless in his pursuit of the basketball.
And I also want to point out how good he is at positioning himself defensively near the bucket. He knows how to draw a charge.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Well, you know, you'll take what you can from him from the foul line. A season ago, he shot in that low 60% range.
And, you know, with his free throw percentage being where it was last season, it changed the way teams defended him. I mean, there were no easy baskets. He was going to get fouled anytime he got near the rim. They were going to make him earn his points at the line.
Well, guys, I think the big question with Andrew Bogut is, can he stay healthy? When he's been able to play, he's been very productive. He can pass, he can score down on the low block, but he just hasn't been able to consistently string healthy seasons together.
Here's Holiday. Shoots over Curry. And Drew Holiday, the bucket on the assist by Turner. And now Bogut getting a fresh start with the new team. He's hoping to, Clark, put those injuries behind him.
Yeah, and if he can stay healthy, Kevin, I think he can be a dominant player. He passes it well, he can block shots, he rebounds effectively, he can score. The issue is just his health. If he's healthy, he'll be a factor.
Here's Curry. After Drew Holiday's score, it's Curry with the drive. Barnes kicks to Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 17-footer. Goes back up. In deep. Lee drops it in. Lee's got his first basket of the night. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter, and Turner kicks to Richardson. Curry meets him. Poked loose. Oh, trying for it. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And I know they've been looking for a place to play in San Francisco. They had a chance to go play over where the Giants are, and they chose Clark, their own spot, down on Pier 3032. So in 2017, they will be in San Francisco.
That's right. Coming to the Bay, it's hard enough to find parking in San Francisco, much less a spot to put a stadium in.
Tell you, they might have to make a defensive adjustment. They can't give him that kind of a look from beyond the arc.
And so it's Golden State with it. 3-point lead. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Mark Jackson. Going into this game and scouting the opposition, he told me he's a huge fan of Drew Holiday, saying, you know, Drew's still a guy with so much potential. You just don't see that many point guards with his kind of frame. 6'4", close to 2 bills, and a great skill set to match. He's a guy you love to watch, but you often hate to go up against. Kevin, we'll see if he can have a big impact in this one.
All right, Doris, thanks. Pass to Thompson. To the paint. Lee, defended by Young. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
He's a bit short for the power forward spot, but his great leaping ability more than makes up for it.
Spencer Hawes is checked in for the 76ers.
You know, the interesting story a year ago with Golden State was promising season ticket holders that they would make the playoffs. And
back to Curry. Fires for 3. That one goes. Covered. Curry's got himself on the board with 3 there. And to be fair, the Warriors were in a position at one point where they had a chance at the playoffs. I'm going back some time now, but the injuries just put them out of contention.
Yeah, it really did, and although it derailed them a bit, it showed the value of depth, something the Warriors wanted to address this offseason, and they still have playoff ambitions because of that.
And here is Turner after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. That's good. Turner's got his second bucket of the game to go. Back to Holiday. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And going back to Spencer Hawes, you know, he's kind of shied away from contact in the pros. He's rarely in the lane. More of a pick-and-pop type big man. Excellent passer. You can run some offense through him from the perimeter. I think his game is good. I think it can get better.
Here's Barnes. After Drew Holiday scored, Lee, and he converts the layup. Lee's got 9.
Both sides really coming out of the gate firing here.
Guys, it looked like they were raring to go in this one. A lot of offense early on.
And Holiday kicks to Young. He passes to Turner. Gets it to go. He's got 8.
You know, this has been his quarter here. Still hasn't missed the mark yet.
Warriors leading by 5. Curry with it. Dishes it to Bogut. And that's collected by Spencer Hawes.
And for Coach Mark Jackson, a lot of big talk last season coming in. Predicted that his club would make the playoffs. And I thought that was a mistake because the Warriors just didn't have enough talent to make that happen. You never want to overpromise and underdeliver.
And talk about the confidence for Mark Jackson. You know, Steve, some would say overconfidence. Is that a good thing for a coach?
Well, I think your players have to believe in you if you're a coach, Kevin. So I think confidence is a good thing. And I thought Mark Jackson last year really kept his team playing hard through a difficult stretch when they had so many injuries at the end of the season. So seems to me like the confidence and the approach and the balance that Jackson brought to the job bodes well for his future and that of the team.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Thaddeus Young, Kevin. He's a great change of pace power forward. Too quick for big men, and then too tall for smaller guys who try to guard him. So he's a constant mismatch on the floor.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And while he lacks the strength and size to be an elite defender inside, he gets his share of blocks and steals because of his activity. That athleticism helps him there as well.
And so Young nails them both.
Just like most of the teams in the East, the 76ers didn't have an easy time of things when they faced Western Conference opponents. Just 7-11 against the Western Conference last year.
Thompson, defended by Young. Thompson in the posts. He's against Young. Bogut drives in. Oh!
Look out!
Man, oh man, finishing with flavor.
Yeah, he put something extra on that one. You're right.
And the bench going wild, guys. They love it. What an amazing dunk.
There's a minute 40 left here in the opening quarter. The 76ers trail by 5. Outside Holiday. Young. Tries it from 19. Good. Young's got his first points of the night. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Lee. Another shot. And it's blocked by Holiday. Now Turner. 8 points for him. Oh, they keep the ball out of the cylinder, but pick up a foul in the process. 2 shots at the line.
Well, that's the best possible play there. I mean, that was an easy 2, so instead foul him, make him shoot free throws.
That's right. A smart, strong foul there. No and ones and no dunks.
The 76ers have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
And he knocks down the first one. The Warriors making a switch here. And it's tied up with that one. "19 seconds left in the first. Now here is Jack. He dishes it to Thompson. The 3 is launched. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Here's Bogut. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Bogut's got 13.
I like the way they got the ball inside there.
Here's Holiday. No one. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
And I like what they've done offensively, really attacking the rim, getting a lot of points in the paint.
And guys, they've been the aggressor early. I mean, attacking the hoop and getting into the paint, that can make the game really easy for you.
The 76ers trail. And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Guys, if you notice, the Warriors' Klay Thompson always has a very stoic demeanor. His face doesn't betray a lot of emotion one way or the other. Coach Mark Jackson said, "The thing I love about him is that nothing bothers him. He doesn't care. The guy is not afraid." I realized that from day one of watching him, that he walks around like he's the baddest dude in the gym. I love his edge. He's a silent assassin. Guys, you like that ice water disposition from your shooters.
And with all the weapons around him now, it'll be harder to deny him the ball.
2 shots.
The 76ers were the 8th seed in the playoffs, and even though they upset the Bulls in the first round, it wasn't really considered a shocker as the Bulls were playing without Derrick Rose.
First free throw is good. But not to take anything away from the 76ers. They earned that win and showed they can make some noise in the playoffs. And we saw the kind of trouble they gave Boston in that second round.
Yeah, that series went 7 games. So, that victory over Chicago was no fluke. The Sixers were a tough out. Great defensive team, quick, young, athletic, and they've got a bright future, guys.
Both free throws good from Holiday.
The Warriors would have loved to have made the playoffs last year, but after hanging around in the playoff chase for a good part of the season, basically decided to pack it in and get ready to rebuild for next year, and I think that's the right move.
And that one's good. And the Warriors lead by 2. It's for the fans to be able to get the Oracle Arena rocking once again. Still have the great fans out there, Steve, but they're obviously looking to the future.
Well, that's one of the reasons they made the big trade with Monte Ellis going to Milwaukee for Andrew Bogut. They're trying to improve their defense. They're trying to get bigger and stronger. They've got an unbelievable fan base in the Bay Area, and I think they're amassing some good talent. I think the future is bright for Golden State.
Here's Holiday. After Jarrett Jacks scored the 11-footer, Landry grabs the miss. And now running up the court, Rush pushing it all the way. Here's Thompson. He feeds it to Rush. A 3-ball. And that one's good. Now it's a 4-point Warrior lead.
Well, I think we'll see a lot of three-point shooting. I mean, that's kind of who he is. He's got that deep range, and with his confidence, when he gets going, look out.
And offensively, you'll find him often lurking on those corners. Always a high percentage shot among three-pointers, and especially for him.
And so here is Golden State after Terrell Wright's miss. And Jack kicks to lead. To the middle, Rush. Blanketed by the D, he fights to the rim for the layup. Rush has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. The 76ers trail by 6. Thaddeus Young on the wing. Looking to end the run. Kicks it to Hawes. Gets an open look and hits. Hawes got his first 2 points of the night.
So even though their caution offensively kept their turnovers down, their shooting percentages were pretty abysmal. Kevin, will see if this season they can attack a bit more to get some higher percentage looks.
We will indeed. Thank you, Doris.
Yeah, when you play against him, Kevin, the first thing you want to address is making it harder on him to go to work down low. If you let him get position inside, it's going to be a long night for you.
That's exactly right, and what also comes to mind with him is his persistence on the offensive board. His second chance points always add up. Brandon Rush out of Kansas, a former Indiana Pacer, a good defender with length and athleticism. He's only 6'6", but has a 6'11" wingspan, and that allows him to guard not only 2s but 3s as well.
Now here is Holiday. 6 points for him. Young outside. It's Bynum high post. Lets it go from 11. Again, Philadelphia. And Brandon Rush, who won a national championship at Kansas, a very good three-point shooter. Not really a shot creator, Steve, offensively, but, as a 3 and D guy, he's effective.
Well, he's a good wing defender. He can guard 2s and 3s. And he's really got that spot-up three-point shot down. So he's a nice fit on any team. He's really working on expanding his game, trying to add that in-between game, pull-up shots in the lane, that sort of thing. But mostly he's a spot-up three-point shooter.
Shots good by Turner.
Kevin, they were a step late on their defensive rotation, and that helped them get right to the rim.
Now here is Jack. And there's the feed to Rush. Back to Jack. He kicks to Rush. Golden State moving the ball around. Lee dishes to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Nailed from three-point land. Curry's got 8.
And I'll tell you what, they might want to pay a little more attention to him defensively than they did on that last trip. And Doug Collins, the head coach of the Sixers, he was actually the #1 overall pick in the 1973 draft and had 4 years as an All-Star in his 8 seasons in the league before his career was cut short by injuries.
Now, here is Landry. 6 points for him.
He's a bit short for the power forward spot, but his great leaping ability more than makes up for it.
The 76ers trail by 8. Timeout call, the 76ers. Back to Landry. Dishes it to Curry. And there's the pass to Jack. Outside for Curry. The 3. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. And that's now 11 points for Steph Curry.
Well, one thing that every team around the league knows about the Warriors, Kevin, is they can shoot it from deep. For the second season in a row, they finished second in the league in three-point shooting.
Count the bucket.
Boy, we just battled through that initial impact and somehow willed it in.
Excellent concentration. That's what you like to see.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Spencer Hawes has checked in for Bynum, and Darrell Wright has subbed in for Evan Turner. The 76ers have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
Well, guys, you go back to last season, and this is a team that hit just 74% of its free throws. I know they'd like to see that number go up.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
Yeah, Clark, that percentage from the Warriors you mentioned, almost 39% for them. Incredible rate, I thought, Steve, for that team.
Yeah, only the Spurs beat them out in terms of overall three-point percentage. So the Warriors, they're young, they can shoot it. I think the key is how do they integrate Bogut, how it all fits together, but they've got some nice pieces.
Here's Holiday. The Warriors making the shot. It's Richardson on the wing. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Told him he could even be top 5. But Collins was quick to add that Hawes has already made great strides, saying Spencer has earned not only the coach's respect, but his teammates' respect. And you do that by the way you play. Kevin?
Well, he's getting back at being the impact player he was at the University of Washington. Doris, thank you. And Philadelphia has possession. Following the score by Golden State. Such a wide open look. Hawes got his second bucket of the night.
I tell you what, right now that mid-range jumper serving them well.
Yes, it is, guys. That's 6 of their last 10 points coming from that mid-range area.
Now here's Curry. 11 points in the game. Andre passes to Curry. He feeds it to Thompson. Taken away by Holiday. Now the 76ers on the break. Holiday with the ball. Tipped right over Curry. Rebound Bogut.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebound.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
Holiday attacking. Feeds to Hawes. Lots of room. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And now it's just a 4-point Warrior lead. And for the Warriors, their shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. Back to Landry. He passes to Jack. Kicks to Bogut. Jumps up, and he bangs it home with one hand.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
Yes,
you?
sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
You know, the turnaround jumper, guys, is one of those shots that always just looks so good. I mean, it's got that nice, smooth, singular motion. Sweet.
Second quarter ends in a tight one. Warriors lead by 4. Make sure you stay tuned for the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. Then we'll be back here right after that for the second half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Monday has almost come to an end. Let's celebrate with a little halftime show. The Golden State Warriors are ahead against Philadelphia.
extra possessions almost too easy to come by, they've piled up the second chance buckets. Andrew Bogut's been going at it effortlessly against the 76ers. Seems like everything's falling for him, not sure if he even knows how to miss. And for Philadelphia, they've really been battling. Smart decision-making offensively, great ball handling, they've been limiting turnovers. Nick Young has been tremendous in the first half. He's given them a huge contribution off the bench. What a bonus when you have a role player step up like this. And that'll wrap things up for me here in the studio. Second half is just around the corner. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Panning over the Embarcadero and the Bay Bridge.
We've seen Andrew Bogut getting it done. He has 17 points and a couple of great-looking rejections. So far, 2 blocks.
Now, he's anticipated the ball movement down low. He's finding angles, and that's why he's able to go up there and really control that glass area with his shot blocks.
The 76ers trail by 4. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Doug Collins. We've got Richardson. Young out there with Evan Turner. Then there's Andrew Bynum. And it's Holiday in at the 1. Back to Young. Outside Holiday. The feed to Bynum. 6 to shoot. Bogut on him. The kick out to Holiday. Shoots over Curry. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Well, they've done a lot of their damage from mid-range here, guys. I mean, knocking down those shots with regularity.
Yeah, how about 8 of their last 10 points, guys, coming off that mid-range area jump shot. So, shows you don't have to be at the rim to score.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. And that one's good. Curry's got 13.
And Kevin, what I like about him is that he tends to get hot at the most opportune times. It doesn't matter if it's coming out of a halftime or out of a timeout. He just has a knack for heating up in a hurry.
And, you know, he's got another skill that you love to see in a player. The ability to create a high-quality shot for himself off the dribble.
You know, with the home court advantage of the Oracle crowd, the Warriors are usually a tough team to play at home. But last season, they didn't quite match that level that had been set in years past. And I think part of that was the injuries that they suffered. Steph Curry was out for much of the season, and that really hurt the team.
Great finish there, Kevin. Took it strong to the cup.
Yeah, an aggressive two-handed jam.
And that's the kind you like, especially in traffic. You got to make sure.
The 76ers trail by 4. And Holiday kicks to Richardson. And the officials call a traveling violation. Yeah, 12 and 21 record for the Warriors at home. And, you know, the crowd was still there for him, which was so terrific. But the injuries, just too much Clark, as we saw as the season went on, to overcome.
Exactly.
Collins' teams have improved defensively, and it's been no different with the Sixers. They had a 14-win improvement in his first season, and, of course, last year they continued to improve. Took Boston to 7 games in the conference semifinals, so this team has really made dramatic strides under Doug Collins.
Lee, and he makes good on the layup. Lee's got 13 points.
You know, and I think it goes without saying, guys, but his strength and body control scoring in close, that's what makes him special. You can see it with the shooting percentages inside. I mean, he's a tremendous finisher.
And one of the other things you'll notice about him is when he has the ball in the low post, he's in no rush. Many times he'll get a defender to bite on the fake, leave his feet, and then open up an easy scoring opportunity for himself.
You know, like a lot of teams that struggle in the NBA, Kevin, the Warriors just could not close out games in the fourth quarter. And that's a fairly common theme among teams that aren't near the top of the standings. There's so much talent in the NBA, but the best teams really clamp down in the last 5 minutes, and they know how to win.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Curry kicks to Barnes. Dishes to Bogut. Out to Thompson. Up top, Curry. Lee, left side. Clock at 6. The feed now to Barnes. Takes a 3. That's good. Barnes has got 5 points so far. Well, back to the Warriors. A lot of games ended with tough losses at the end of the fourth, but You could have expected that from such a young team.
Well, a team with a lot of rookies.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Young, good look. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. 9 points here for Thaddeus Young. The Warriors trailing. Curry kicks to Lee. Back to Curry. The dish to Thompson. There's the pass to Barnes. Pass to Lee. Shot clock at 6. From the left block. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Lee's got 5 points now this quarter.
Shooting percentage is off the charts, guys. He's really hitting his shots today.
Back to Young. Turner with a screen for Young. Uncovered. Again, Philadelphia.
Well, that's been nice, efficient work, guys, that he's been doing. I mean,
Well, as it was, though, it turned into a pretty good draw because they were actually able to play Chicago in the first round after Rose got injured. They won that round, took Boston to 7. So that 8 seed actually was kind of a charm for them.
Here's Bynum. Kicks to Hawes. Turner. 76ers moving the ball around. And Hawes kicks to Holiday. 6 to shoot. He kicks to Turner. It's tipped. Here's Young. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Solid advantage in the rebounding totals for them so far here.
you know, in every game, but particularly in a close game, every little advantage you can use helps, and they're certainly enjoying one on the glass here.
Bogut dishes to Curry. Takes it up. And he lays it straight in. And now just a 1.76ers lead.
Points in the paint have been the main course, or main entree, if you will. They just keep pounding it inside.
Now they're seeing no resistance defensively in the paint area, so the defense has got to be tougher.
Jason Richardson, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Free throw good by Curry.
Well, we all know that Curry is a tremendous shooter, just like his father. Quick release, pinpoint accuracy, deep range. But what I like about Curry is his passing ability. Such a good playmaker and tremendous court vision.
And the thing I like, Steve, is Steph's not just a spot-up shooter. He can create his own shot off the dribble. And he makes tough shots on the move.
Points for 5 straight seasons. But last season, they plummeted from 15th in that category. Coach Mark Jackson said it wasn't by design. Listen, I'd like us to push the basketball much more. With a team that is not used to winning, I think you tend to slow it down and think, okay, let's make sure we get it right. But that's not when we're at our best. It's really easy. Get stops, push the pace, and take care of the ball so the opposition can't run off your mistakes. Guys, we'll see if they can get back to pushing that style of tempo.
That up-tempo style has been their hallmark, Doris, but defense and rebounding becoming more and more of a priority. Hawes the pass to Bynum. And the basket good. And it's a 5.76ers lead.
They have to give them a lot of credit for the way they've forced these turnovers.
Yeah, you do have to give them credit, Steve. I mean, you look up and see how many points they've converted them into, and it's a huge factor in the game right now.
Got a piece of it. Bynum with the steal. Passes it to Holiday. Down goes the slam. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 16 assists.
Boy, they were not wasting any time on that fast break.
Well, when it starts with the turnover, that's the best time to get out and run. You can beat the defense down the floor that way.
Bogut kicks to Thompson. Will it go? Good! Thompson's got 5.
I'll tell you, Klay Thompson was a great pick for the Warriors. He's got good size for a 2-guard, able to handle the ball and pass, really work his way off screens for shots. And with that size, he can shoot right over the top of the defenders.
We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. Curry kicks to Barnes. Shoots over Turner. Barnes can't get it to go. And Steve, you mentioned Klay Thompson shooting right off the bat in the NBA. Clark, a 40% shooter from long range.
I've always said if you can shoot, you can shoot. The NBA line, even though it's longer, isn't going to make a ton of difference for outstanding shooters, and that's what Klay Thompson was. Rookies last year, but give them credit. Give Golden State credit. I thought they played the Eastern Conference fairly well. Yeah, he's giving that breakaway rim a workout.
He powered it down and hung around.
Strong finish, and he just wanted to sit there and savor it for a second.
Carl Landry's checked in for the Warriors. And that one falls for Young. Last season, as you mentioned, Clark, the Warriors went 7-11 against the East, which isn't too bad given how their season went, Steve, overall.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, the Eastern Conference teams obviously were much weaker than the West overall, so for the Warriors to go 7-11, that sounds about right.
You know, he didn't have too much space to get that shot off, but for him, he had enough.
The 76ers leading by 3. Right side. Bynum inside. And there's the feed to Richardson. Fires the 3. Landry grabs the miss. Landry's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Goes right up. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Now just a 1-point 76ers lead.
Love the finish there. Not much defense, though.
Turner dishes to Wright. The 3. The shot no good. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. 76ers lead by 1. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. The Warriors shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And so in the game for the 76ers, we've got Nick Young. Jarrell Wright is out there with Spencer Hawes. Then it's Evan Turner. And it's Bynum. And it's the pivot spot manning the middle. The 76ers leading. Now here's Turner. Here's the dish to Young. Leads him in there. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
But when you think about Evan Turner, you think about the ball handling, the passing, the rebounding. Second overall pick back in 2010. He's really worked at his shot, too. That's been his only weakness as a pro. But that's gotten better, and I think as you watch him develop over the next few years, it will improve dramatically.
And the first one drops. And for Turner, the good news offensively is he's pretty good finishing close to the basket.
Yeah, his ball handling is tight. He's got a nice rush hour handle to him. He's got a good work ethic. He's a perfectionist, sometimes to a fault, but you like the fact that he cares and wants to be good and wants to win. His shooting form has been revamped, and he'll continue to get better there. So I think he's going to be really an outstanding pro for a long time.
Well, the 76ers didn't really make any drastic changes heading into last year, preferring to just let their core grow. And I thought that worked for the most part. You know, they really played well early in the season, but it was kind of disconcerting to see them fade the way they did late in the year.
The 76ers shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field. And Holiday kicks to Young. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday. Young's got 19 points.
Just an unbelievable display of offense here today.
Well, it seems like every shot that goes up finds its way to the hoop. I mean, every player is sharp and on target.
Now here's Lee. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Still, though, you know, a lot of teams faded toward the end, Steve, don't you think? And if you're the 76ers, you have to be pleased with, Clark, how that core grew as they approached the end of the season.
Yeah, they know that they can have stretches where they can really compete with anybody in the East without really having to bring anybody in. The next step for them is to be able to maintain that level of play for the whole season and continue to get growth from their young players.
The first one falls.
Well, the one thing about Philadelphia last year, guys, was they didn't have a star, so they really had more of an ensemble cast where 4 or 5 different players could beat you on any one given night. And that can be a problem, though, when the game slows down. And Philly found that out later on in the season when they kind of ran out of energy.
Back to what you said, Steve. It's these tough stretches where players go cold and things don't go your way. You know, Clark, that's when Philly needed a star to lean on.
And that's what seems to be the difference between the top teams and just the really good teams, Kevin. Having that go-to guy. And it doesn't have to be production. That's a big part of it. But leadership is really an aspect of that go-to guy as well, to be able to weather the storms when things aren't going as smoothly as you like. I think Philly still needs to be able to identify somebody to fill that role for him.
Young passes to Turner. And Lee pulls it down.
You know, they've really had the upper hand in rebounding all game long. If the game stays this close, rebounding can play a big part in the end.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, a big advantage for them here, and they've certainly needed it.
Now here is Holiday, following the shot by Jarrett Jack. Outside Holiday, looks for Bynum, gets it to him. The inside shot, and it's Curry with the rebound. Curry's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And Jack kicks to Ezeli to tie it up. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. Jack's got his 5th assist in this one. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Here's Holiday. Pass to Young. Shoots the 3. And it's Bynum with the jam. And the 76ers lead by 2. But, of course, he had 17 years playing a point guard position in the NBA.
Yeah, but it's different, Kevin. I mean, it's, playing and coaching are 2 different things. I think a lot of the qualities that Mark had as a player should translate into coaching. And we'll see. I mean, as he continues to get better talent with this Golden State roster, he'll have a chance to win some games and really make his mark. Both of these teams have really stepped it up offensively.
You know what, Steve? They haven't missed a chance, and I think both teams really know what's at stake on every possession here.
Now, here's Curry. There's the dish to Bogut. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Thompson inside the line. He squares up and sinks it. Thompson's got 10 points here in the second half. The 76ers have gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Young left side. That's good. And the 76ers lead by 3.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
Back to Lee. Dishes it to Thompson. He dishes it to Jack. The tray. And another 3 for Golden State. Now here is Holiday. Back to Young. Young left side. And again, it's Philadelphia.
Tell you what, when it comes to hitting shots from the mid-range, they've shown a clear advantage in that area.
Well, it's not the most efficient shot, but you can't argue with the results that we're seeing. They're doing a nice job knocking them down.
The Warriors have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Bogut with it to take the lead. They grab their own miss. Here's Jack. Hits it. Well done on the second effort. Jack's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, you're not going to get a more high-quality look than that. Terrific offensive rebound there.
And the 76ers making a change here. Turner's checked in. Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. The 76ers have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Outside Holiday. Makes the lead pass. Bynum. Down goes the slam.
And not much resistance on that jam.
Yeah, defensively, you're right. Not a great sequence.
Well, they lost track of him, and they paid the price.
Lee outside. Lee left side. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Personal foul. 14 foul.
Curry against Holiday. Passes it to Bogut. And it's good. Terrific work on the offensive glass to make that one work. '76ers trailing. Holiday. He feeds it to Richardson. The shot no good. So Golden State will take it the other way. And here is Jack. Bogut defended by Young. And there's Bogut. That's good on the assist from Jack. Jack's got 6 assists here tonight.
He's going to have to be much more effective to stay on the floor and to keep his team in the game here in the fourth quarter.
Barnes is checked in for Klay Thompson. Free throw, good, Bogut.
That's amazing. They have yet to miss a free throw this half.
Outside Curry. For 3. And good on the basket. Book it. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first. They desperately need a basket.
Richardson the pass to Turner. And that one's good. Turner's got 4 points in the quarter.
Love the finish there. Not much defense, though.
Warriors leading by 6. Back to Bogut.
2 minutes left.
Pass to Thompson. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. Feeds to Barnes. 3-pointer. And the basket good. Barnes has got 11 in the second half.
Another open look hits bottom from outside.
Yeah, and that's 3 of their last 5 makes from beyond the arc.
And the 76ers call time here.
They've got a lead. Doing the dirty work down low.
Yeah, and Clark, you know rebounding's a team effort. Everybody's boxing out. Everyone is accountable. They're doing a nice job collectively.
Bogut with the screen on Richardson. He kicks to Curry. Just 5 on the clock. The feed now to Barnes. From the arc. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 6 assists here tonight.
That's 9 straight points coming off 3 3-pointers. The defense just getting shelled.
Steve, the threes are killing him. I think they've got to find a way to chase him off the three-point line.
Now here's Turner. And Young kicks to Bynum. Good! Bynum's got 6 here in this quarter.
It's been a great day for him from the field, but his team still trailing.
Clark, they can burn some clock if they want to.
Yeah, and maybe buy a little oxygen while they're doing it.
Here's Lee. He passes to Thompson. Back to Lee. And the pass to Curry. Kicks it to Lee. From beyond the arc. Can't get it to go. And Philadelphia the other way now. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. It's rebounded by Golden State. Clark, they're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, and they don't need to do anything to reinvent the wheel here. I mean, just take time off the clock and squeeze the orange. Don't turn it over.
Now, here's Thompson. Got a piece of it. Taken away by Holiday.
I don't know, Clark. This looks over now.
Yeah, I agree with you. This is all but over.
Shot's good by Turner.
That's an old-fashioned finish there, guys. Going to the finger roll to get the easy 2.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Clark, they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, I think so. Too cool. I mean, just not forceful enough, not alert or aggressive enough, and sometimes trying to do too much with the basketball.
Sometimes you just got to make the easy pass. Somebody's open, throw it to them. When you do that multiple times, the game starts to find a flow to itself.
No good. So we see the Warriors get the win here. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
Well, that'll do it for us. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, Doris Burke, Kevin Harlan saying so long. As we end the game, we bring you our Jordan Player of the Game.
I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke. Now